So to cut your blocks, notice we're going to add 3/4 of an inch to each block, this finished size. I want you to take a look at this one now. I have it marked. This inner blue mark is the 8-inch line that I had marked before. And if you look, that is actually 7 3/4 now. It drew up because of all the quilting. So before you remove all these lines, we're going to trim this down. So we're going to ignore those lines now, this outside line. We're going to look at the inner line. This one's going to be 8 inches. So we divide that by 2, and that would be 4. So I'm going to put the 4 on that center line. This one right here going through. I'm going to put the 4 inches of my ruler on that center line. And then to get half of 3/4, I'm going to scoot it over 1, 2, 3/8. And I'm going to make sure it's 3/8 here, 3/8 here. I want it to be 3/8 in the center and 3/8 at the top. And I'm going to trim one side. I'm going to take it over to the other side. And using the 4 from the middle again. So I'm not going to go 8. I guess I could go 8 3/4, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's symmetrical. So I'm going to start with the 4 and scoot it over 3/8 and make sure it goes all the way down the line at 3/8. I might as well scoot it up a little. Now, it is 8 3/4 inches. Let's do it the other way. So instead of doing it, just doing 8 3/4, you start from the middle and they'll come out symmetrical. So same thing, I put the 4 on this center line here, scoot it over 3/8, 1, 2, 3, make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. And put the 4 in the center, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and there is my 8 3/4 inch square quilt block. And some of them will be different sizes. This one, I have another one of these pink ones, and I have this one, which is, I believe it's 32 1/4, and you have to divide that by 2 and then go 3/8, so it's a little trickier on this one. It's pretty easy to do the lengthwise cut. It's just, this is the same 8 inches. Also on this one, when you put you see I have a line running down the middle. If I put the 4 here and then scoot it over 1, 2, 3, I'm actually going to cut off part of my design. And so I was like, oh, but that's how it works. So, and if you look at the picture, the design is cut off in the picture too. So we're just gonna cut this whole design right here, and then we'll take it down on the other side and you'll be cutting off the design there too.